going to have derivations. Yeah, so this is not going. Yeah, so first we want to see Newton, Gregory. All of you must write with me, okay? Newton Gregory formula for forward interpolation. So please understand how we are deriving it, how the formula is constructed, because we want to actually write a Scilab program in our practicals. We have already seen how to construct the forward table. Okay. So we are taking it after fundamental theorem of difference calculus, right? So fundamental theorem of difference calculus says that when you have nth degree polynomial, you are considering n plus 1 values, right? N plus 1 terms are there. So nth order differences of an n degree polynomial is constant, and n plus 1th and higher differences are 0 or they vanish. Okay. So the converse of this theorem is also true. That is, if the nth differences of a tabulated function are constant and n plus 1th and higher differences vanish, then the tabulated function represents a polynomial of degree n. Okay. What we want to say if nth order.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you please repeat Shruti Padale?
Yeah. If nth order differences are constant, okay, are constant and n plus 1th and higher order differences vanish, then the tabulated function, tabulated means what? Can anybody tell me what is tabulated? Yes.
In the form of table like we had in forward.
Represents a polynomial of degree n. Do you understand this? In case of fundamental theorem, we were considering a polynomial of degree n, right? We considered a polynomial of degree n, we applied delta n times on that, and we showed that it is 0. Now we are considering the converse. We are saying that if nth order differences are constant and higher order differences are 0, then though that tabulated function always represents a polynomial. So what we will have n plus 1 values with us, which are tabulated, which are given in the form of a table, x values and y values. Then we will construct a forward difference table, and then we will try to find out a polynomial which approximates the given data. We don't know what is the relation between x and y. We want to establish that relation, and without establishing the relation also, directly you can find out the value at a particular x value which is in the given range. Okay, have you understood this part? Have you understood this, girls, what I'm saying?
Please explain it once again.
See, what was our fundamental theorem of difference calculus? Tell me. What does it say? What did we consider in fundamental theorem of difference calculus? We had considered a polynomial of degree n, right? We had f of x equal to, क्या था हमारे पास? What was our f of x? Do you remember? A naught plus
Dot plus a.
So
a1x plus a2x is equal to z.
theorem of difference calculus says that fx is a polynomial of degree n. Okay, fx is a polynomial of degree n, and when you apply delta n times on that, it is a constant. And delta raised to n plus 1 and higher order differences, they become 0 or they vanish. Okay, now we are considering ulta. Here this is our assumption. Okay, this is our assumption and this was our conclusion, right? Now I am considering converse of this. That is, I am considering that I have tabulated function. I don't know what is the relation between x and y. What is fx? I don't know fx. Is that okay? Fx is not known. Do you understand that? Fx is not known. But what you know? You know x and y values, right? You know x value and the corresponding y value, x value and the corresponding y value, but you don't know how they are connected. What is the formula? When I say fx is equal to x square minus 5x plus 3, it is my formula of finding y value. Okay, but now I don't know what is fx, but I know x and y values. So if I have 5 values, suppose 5x values, 5y values, so how many differences I can calculate using those 5 values? Up to which order I can calculate the differences?
Third.
I have 5 values, right? I have 5 values. So how many differences? In delta I will have how many differences? 4 values, right? Right? In delta square I will have how many values? 3. In delta cube how many values?
2.
2. They are becoming 0 because my polynomial is of degree 2 now. I have taken the function y equal to x square. Here I have taken the function, but you, in the problem, you will not be given the function. Okay, I have taken an example here. Now delta raised to 4 will become also 0. So what do you observe here? You have how many values here? Why we call it as n plus 1? I will tell you. This is x1, this is x2, this is x3 and this is x4. So x4 को मैं कहती हूँ, this is my n plus 1 values. My n is 4 here. Okay, I have actually how many values? 5 values. So 5 को मैं कहती हूँ n plus 1 values. So what is n? N is 4. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
जब हमारे पास 5 वैल्यूज है तब कौन से ऑर्डर के डिफरेंसेस कांस्टेंट आए? 4th ऑर्डर के डिफरेंसेस कांस्टेंट आए. और ये कांस्टेंट क्यों आया बताओ? व्हाई डेल्टा स्क्वायर इज कांस्टेंट?
Cause the degree of
Yes,
2.
it is because of fundamental theorem of difference calculus that my polynomial is of degree 2. Therefore, my second order differences will become constant and next differences will become 0. Is that okay? But if my polynomial is of higher order, suppose 5 degree की polynomial है, तो 4th order differences will be constant. If I have 5 degree polynomial and I have 5 values like this, I will get a constant number over here and the next differences vanish. They are not present. This is what we are now conversely assuming कि जब आपको ऐसा मिलता है, when you have a tabulated function like this, and when you observe that when you have n plus 1 values and when you observe that delta raised to n is constant, delta raised to n plus 1 is 0 or vanish, then there is always a polynomial of degree n which connects x and y. Do you understand now? There is always a polynomial of degree n which connects the values x and y by a function. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we can derive. So now what we are doing, we are conversely taking n plus 1 values and we will prove that there is a polynomial, and we want to find out that polynomial in terms of the forward differences, in terms of deltas. Okay. सो सी एक एग्जाम्पल बताती हूँ सर. जब सपोज मैं ऐसे लेती हूँ एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 3x - 2, आई हैव अ डिग्री 2 polynomial. So how many terms I have? If no coefficient is 0, then I have 3 terms, right? Right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So suppose I write a cubic polynomial with no coefficient equal to 0. No coefficient equal to 0. Okay. So how many terms you have? 4 terms. बोलो गर्ल्स, आप बोलोगे नहीं तो मैथ्स कैसे समझेगा? Let me check how many are there in the class. 36 girls. सब लोग भजन सुन रहे हैं मेरा, है ना? है कि नहीं? Nobody wants to answer anything. Are you sleeping? So tell me, if I have n plus 1 terms, what will be the degree of the polynomial? N will be the degree of polynomial because there is always a constant, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The constant may be 0, some of the coefficients in between may be 0. That can happen. This I just gave you as an example to understand that if no coefficient is 0, you have 3 terms. Okay, but it may happen that certain coefficients are 0. I can have such type of polynomial, right? The coefficient of x square is 0. But still, what is the degree of polynomial? Degree of polynomial remains 3. You understand it?
Yes,
If I
ma'am.
have x cube minus 2x square, then still degree is 3. There is no constant term, there is no x term, but degree remains 3, the highest degree. The highest degree coefficient is non-zero. So now we are going to consider n plus 1 values, and we are going to find out a polynomial of degree n in terms of forward differences, because we don't know what is y equal to fx. What is the formula of y in terms of x? Okay. So here is the statement. All of you write down that statement. I will be calling this as NFDI. In short, NFDI means Newton's forward difference interpolation. Okay. Newton's forward difference interpolation, NFDI. We are going to write a Scilab program for this. So the statement is, consider, all of you must write it simultaneously. Consider the set of n.
Ma'am, I'm create formula for forward interpolation. You have to just
क्या हुआ?
मैम आपने अभी ग्रेगरी फॉर्मूला फॉर फॉरवर्ड इंटरपोलेशन उसके बाद सिर्फ
अरे न्यूटन्स ग्रेगरी मतलब ही न्यूटन्स. ओके.
हाँ हाँ
दोनों सेम ही हैं. ओके. मैंने क्या कहा, मैं इसे ऐसा कहती हूँ, न्यूटन्स फॉरवर्ड डिफरेंस. ठीक है, पूरा ग्रेगरी कहने की जरूरत नहीं है. ओके.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ.
Were not audible.
Girls, write down what I'm writing on the screen. Write down that.
Yes, ma'am.
Let P and X. So we are taking, so this you have to understand that these values are equidistant. Okay, we are talking about interpolation with equal intervals. Equal intervals means the values are equally spaced. If you observe, the first value is A, the second value is A plus H, the third value will be A plus, क्या आएगी third value? A plus 2H. Okay, so these X values are equally spaced. This you have to understand. Okay, let P and X, we are calling it as P and X, be a polynomial, be a polynomial in X of degree n. See the notation and its explanation. P and X, X is written in the bracket, so it is the variable in which we are expressing the polynomial, and n stands for the degree of the polynomial. So we write P and X in the following form. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to make use of these n plus 1 points. A plus H, A plus 2H and up to A plus NH. तो हमारे पास कितने points है girls? How many points we have? We have n plus 1 points, and therefore we can fit a polynomial of degree n using n plus 1 points. Do you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
So So now we are writing P and X in this form. Dekho, we are introducing some unknowns. A0 plus A1 times X minus A. Now tell me, when you have an n degree polynomial, you have a constant term, right? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you have a degree 1 term. Then you have a degree 2 term, degree 3 term, degree 4 term, up to you have degree n term. So degree n term हम कैसे कर सकते हैं? How can we achieve x raised to n? If we multiply x n times, right? X into x into x into x, we can achieve x raised to n. If we multiply x 2 times, then we can achieve x square term. If we multiply x 3 times, we can achieve x cube term. So what we are doing, we are just trying to get each and every term, possible term in an n degree polynomial. So in n degree polynomial will look like as this. See, हमने ली थी a0 a1x plus a2x square plus up to an x to the power n. So now we have a constant. This constant we are calling as capital A0. A1x, what I am doing now, I am taking this coefficient as capital A1 and I am using first value of x minus a. I am expressing it as x minus a. Okay. Then next will be, tell me, next how can I have x2 term, x square term, using my values a and a plus h. दो terms मैंने ली, पहली दो terms, then I can have a x square term. So next में मैं क्या मिल सकता है मुझे? I can have x minus a and next I can have x minus, next x की वैल्यू क्या है मेरे पास टेबल में? a plus h. Do you understand this? Do you understand this? Girls, I want answer. See, you have x0, x1. Instead of x0, x1, I will call them as a and a plus h. Yeah. So I have a plus h. Suppose मेरे पास दो ही values है ये. So what should be the degree of the polynomial using these two values? What will be the degree of the polynomial? All of you switch on your video. No one is answering when I'm asking you. Huh? Yes. If you have only two values a and a plus h, what degree you can expect? If you construct a polynomial using two values, what should be the degree?
One.
1. Right?
1 degree.
Degree 1 आएगी. Degree 1 कैसे आएगी? You can have this way degree 1. Okay? When you have three values, you can construct a degree 2 polynomial by considering this. So third value you will not consider, the last value, because there is a constant term also. Okay? So on so forth. So this next will be what will be the next term? A3 into, now you want to construct a cubic term, x raised to 3 term. तो वो कैसी होगी? So you will be using first four terms, a plus 2h, a plus 3h. First three terms, right? So this will become not four terms, first three terms. So x minus a plus h, and next will be x minus a plus 2h. Are you getting me? Yes or no? दिस x इंटू एक्स
Yes, ma'am.
कहीं ना कहीं x क्यूब आएगा ना आपके पास,
Ma'am.
बाकी बहुत कुछ आएगा, लेकिन यहाँ पे x क्यूब कंस्ट्रक्ट हो रहा है ना, जनरेट हो रहा है। यहाँ पे भी x इंटू एक्स स्क्वायर इज गेटिंग जनरेटेड। सो आगे कैसे लिख सकते हैं हम? प्लस ए एन इंटू ब्रैकेट, यस टेल मी दिस टर्म नाउ।
AN X minus B H.
आगे का बोलो ना, प्रोडक्ट आगे के ब्रैकेट्स बोलो, कहाँ तक जाएंगे ये ब्रैकेट्स? Next will be x minus a plus h. When it is 3 here, a3, that time it
Then
goes up
X
to a plus 2h.
minus A plus 2H.
When it is a2, it goes up to a plus 1 times h. When it is a1, it goes up to x minus a plus 0 times h. तो जब यहाँ पे n है तब आपका ब्रैकेट कहाँ तक जाएगा? हाँ? ये प्रोडक्ट कहाँ तक जाएगा? डू यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम आस्किंग? सी a2 टर्म, a2 टर्म है तब आपने x
minus 1, ma'am.
X minus A plus N minus 1H.
minus 1. Your first value is a plus h. Next will be a plus n minus 1 times h, and the last will be a plus nh, right? So ये कहाँ तक जाएगा? यहाँ तक जाएगा. The last value will not be under consideration. Is that okay? ये सबको समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ. Okay, so this is very important equation. This is first equation. Or you don't put any number to this. We will first subtract those things and then we will put numbers. Okay.
हमको X minus A plus N minus H आएगा ना?
A plus NH नहीं आएगा विपाशिनी. That's what I'm saying. The last value will not appear in this product. Okay. But the last value is also significant. You will see how significant it is. It will appear in the, or it will give rise to the differences. Okay.
नो मैम, मैं वो नहीं बोल रही हूँ, मैंने X minus A plus H ऐसे लिखा है ना, तो फिर X minus A plus N minus 1H आएगा ना?
लिखा ना? हाँ हाँ, यहाँ पे मैंने गलत लिखा है. हाँ, this should be X minus A plus N minus 1 times H. यहाँ पे ब्रैकेट आएगा इसे, और ये ऐसे आए. ओके, क्लियर? करेक्ट लिखा है अभी मैंने?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ. तो अभी इसे हम सब्ट्रैक्ट करके लिखते हैं. A0 A1 इंटू एक्स माइनस ए प्लस A2 इंटू ब्रैकेट एक्स माइनस ए इंटू एक्स माइनस ए माइनस एच. ओके, ब्रैकेट का माइनस में आई एम ओपनिंग द ब्रैकेट, प्लस A3 इंटू एक्स माइनस ए माइनस एच, एक्स माइनस ए माइनस 2h, plus so on up to an into bracket x minus a minus h and so on. ये प्रोडक्ट कहाँ तक जाएगा? x minus a minus n minus 1 times h. This is how I am writing, and this is my equation number 1 now. Okay. This is again, this derivation is 8 marks question. Okay, girls. Please tell me after you finish writing it.
Yeah, finished.
Finish, ma'am.
Finish. Now see, these A0, A1, A2, we have introduced, right? They are unknown to us. We know what is A, what is A plus H, and so on. X is a variable. So we need to find out A0 and A1 and A2 and AN. And what we will do, how we want them. Actually, this polynomial should fit my data, right? Whatever table is given to me, if I put in this, if I put x is equal to a in this polynomial, I should get what is f of a. I will tell you what exactly I want to say when I am. When I put x is equal to a in this polynomial, the very first value of x, I should get the very first value of y in the table. Okay, that is how these constants must be chosen. Yes or no? Are you getting me?
Yes, ma'am.
See, suppose आपका डेटा ऐसा दिया गया है x, y, 0, 1, 2 and y values are suppose 4, 8, 12 ऐसे कुछ दिए गए हैं. Okay, then whatever polynomial I'm considering, when I put suppose pnx is something, okay, कुछ polynomial आपको दी गई है, तो इस pnx में x की जगह पे जब मैं 0 सब्स्टिट्यूट करूंगी तब मेरा आंसर क्या आना चाहिए? 4. Is that okay? When I put x is equal to 1, pnx का आंसर कितना आना चाहिए? 8. When I put x is equal to 2, pnx answer must be 12.
12.
Yes, that means when I put x is equal to a, my pna should be equal to what? F of a. Because this is how I write. See, x and fx ऐसा मैं लिखती हूँ. तो x की वैल्यू a है, a plus h है, a plus 2h है, and so on, a plus nh है. Then my fx, how do I write fx? I write fx as fa. I write fx at x equal to a as fa. Fx at x equal to a plus h as f of a plus h, f of a plus 2h, and so on, f of a plus nh. Do you understand this point? So it should fit my data. It should be a correct polynomial. Whenever I am putting x values, the corresponding y value should be generated. Then only I can say that the polynomial which I am telling you or which I am generating is the relation between x and fx. Can we proceed further? Do you understand the meaning?
Yes, ma'am.
That is how we have to choose these constants a0, a1 and an. So this is very important to understand why we are writing the next step. So where a0, a1, now you continue from this equation. हाँ, ये जो आपने equation number 1 लिखा उसके बाद continue करो. Where a0, a1, a2 and an are constants. And we are choosing them. How we are choosing them? Are constants such that when I put x is equal to a in polynomial, then I should get f of a answer. When I put x is equal to a plus h, I should get f of a plus h, the second value. When I put x is equal to a plus 2h, I should get f of a plus 2h. And so on. When I put x is equal to a plus nh, I should get f of a plus nh. ओके, हो गया लिख के. सो इस इक्वेशन में मैं अभी क्या करूंगी? दिस इज माई इक्वेशन, राइट? शुड आई राइट दिस इक्वेशन अगेन हियर? ओके गर्ल्स, हाँ देखो, इस इक्वेशन में अभी हम डालेंगे x इक्वल टू a. तो मुझे बताओ जल्दी से कि इस इक्वेशन में अगर मैं x इक्वल टू a डालूंगी तो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड क्या होगा? दिस इज माई लेफ्ट हैंड साइड. दिस विल बी Pn
plus
Pn
ये होगा ना. हाँ, अभी मुझे बताओ राइट हैंड साइड में भी आपको x इक्वल टू a सब्स्टिट्यूट करना है, तो क्या होगा? यहाँ पे कुछ है क्या x इक्वल टू a सब्स्टिट्यूट करने के लिए?
a minus a.
Now this will become a minus a, second term. So that will become 0.
All the other terms will become
All
0
the
also.
other terms will become 0 because every term from the second term contains a bracket x minus a, right? And therefore what will happen? So substitute x equal to a in equation 1. Substitute x equal to a in equation 1. Therefore we have Pna on the left hand side and that is equal to a naught on the right hand side. But what is Pna? What is Pna? F of?
F of A. F of
So आपका a naught का आंसर कितना आया? f of a आया. समझा? 5 मिनट में गर्ल्स मीटिंग एंड होगी. हाँ, वी विल rejoin. Okay? Yes. अभी आप क्या करोगे? Now substitute x is equal to a plus h. नेक्स्ट वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे. तो देखो मैं इक्वेशन दिखा रही हूँ आपको वापस. इसमें अभी आप a plus h डालोगे इस इक्वेशन में, तो क्या होगा? ये a नॉट वैसे के वैसा रहेगा. यहाँ पे a plus h डालोगे तो क्या आएगा? a plus h minus a मतलब क्या आएगा? a1h. a1h आएगा.
Yes, ma'am.
यहाँ पे क्या होगा? यहाँ पे h आएगा. a plus h
A
minus
to H set in 0.
बट ये टर्म में आप a plus h डालोगे तो a plus h minus h will become 0.
to H. That onwards
a to
everything
h
will be
will
0.
not be there ना. a to h आएगा लेकिन यहाँ पे 0 आएगा. a to h into 0 आएगा ना, ये टर्म 0 हो जाएगी. समझा कि नहीं?
Yes.
तो पहली दो टर्म्स आएंगी सिर्फ. थर्ड टर्म ऑनवर्ड्स एवरीथिंग विल बिकम 0.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, सो अभी जब मैं सो Pn a plus h क्या आएगा मेरा? इट विल बिकम a नॉट प्लस a1h, राइट? बट व्हाट इज Pn a plus h? इट इज f of a plus h. What is a naught? A naught is f of a plus a1h. Therefore a1h is equal to, मैं उल्टा लिख रही हूँ अभी, मैं f of a को ट्रांसफर कर रही हूँ यहाँ पे. Therefore a1 कितना आएगा? 1 upon h f of a plus h minus f of a. But what is f of a plus h minus f a? What is delta f of a? Delta f of. You understand this? So we are getting these constants in terms of the forward differences. I think meeting will get ended. कितना टाइम दिखा रहा है? कह रहे कुछ? It's okay, even though we have lecture now after 15 minutes, right? Or immediately ना 11:30 बजे. Yes, I started at 10:45. So we will rejoin back immediately. हाँ 3 lectures है. So next अभी क्या करेंगे? Now substitute